Hey everyone, it's me, Antonio. As you can see, I have here the Losi XXX. This car was released about maybe four or 5 months ago, maybe a little bit longer. I recently just got my hands on one, and you know, I absolutely love the unique design of it. It's something different in the market, really not in full scale, but in the RC market, it is something different. And I mean, Losi really did a great job of just capturing the scale look of this car. As you can see, you got the rubber little mesh here guard for the guy, so you know nothing comes flying in. The body is absolutely amazing. You got also the body is kind of continued here to the rear, kind of protect the motor, but as well adds a lot of look to this car. My thoughts on this car, as you can see, it was a ready to run car. Came here with the Losi transmitter, nothing too fancy, but does more than enough to get the car running. All I did add to this car was a Gen Ace 5000 milliamp 50C battery, and all I really had to do is program the ESC to have LiPo cutoff, so it doesn't kill my battery. But that's really all I had to do to this car. As you can see, I ran it about 5 minutes ago. Was my first time running it. Absolutely love the car. The tire compound, as you know, with Losi cars is great right out of the box. There's absolutely nothing to worry about. I have run these tires on my SCTE and they worked great. So on this car, they run just as great. So it has your standard Losi Eclipse tires on both front and rear. The shocks, guys, the shocks is something you really have to just, you know, see for yourself and run it. The shock for out of the box car is great. It takes bumps really nice, not too soft, but yet not too hard, keeping the traction on the ground. It does come with a brushed motor. I believe it's a 550 can, a small, maybe 20 amp, 30 amp ESC. This ESC, even for me, I was having tons of fun with it. I'm really not here at a track, but you know, it's kind of a little track here, and this ESC and motor combo is just more than enough. I never ran it on a NiCad or nickel metal. I started running it with the LiPo, and like I said, I've been having a lot of luck with it. So what I'm going to do now is pretty much put the body on and show you guys how this little car runs. Yeah, one thing I have to mention about, you know, these, when you get really scale bodies, one thing that you kind of suffer is putting the body on and taking the body off. There's a lot of stuff to do, but on this one, you know, this one is pretty much, you know, you take off 4 little pins and it's like your standard RC. Because I know there's like the XO I know if you want to take off that body, you have to take off like a million of screws there. But what we're going to do now, oh, one more thing I want to add. These little light buckets for your front, if you want to add lights in there, you know, you can go ahead and add to that look. And if you do add them, you have a bumper protecting those lights. As well in the rear, we have little buckets for the lights in the rear. So, and like I said, pretty much you have the body protecting that, so it doesn't mess up. You got fully tunable slipper here. You know, if you buy the Losi tool, it makes it a lot easier to do. Or if you have it, you know, you can kind of make a tool and work with it. But like I said, if you buy the Losi tool, you'll be able to really adjust that. So what we're going to do now is pretty much run her here. It's not really a track, but it's a little place I found. And it has pretty bumpy terrain down here. So it'll be enough to demonstrate the suspension on this car. So there, we're going right over the bumpy terrain there, and you guys can see the traction stays pretty planted on this car. I'm really happy with the way Losi was able to pretty much build the shocks. The dampening is great, and the shocks are, well, I'm very happy. Yeah, off power, you know, if you want to really get the thing to spin around, take, you know, apply a little bit of brake, and that front end will just slip right around. It doesn't push too much in the corners. Yeah, when you really want to get the thing around, just let off the throttle, and I mean, she'll turn on a dime. We'll do a little bit of full power runs here. Let me bring her around. Bring her around counterclockwise and probably punch it. So there you go, that's full throttle. I'll do it in a little bit smoother terrain over here. Let me get her straightened out. So there we go. That's full power there. Probably topping out about 25, maybe 30 if I'm lucky. But like I said, honestly, you have more than enough fun on this car. Also on a two-wheel drive, you know, you don't want that much power because that back end is just going to be swinging around. I know a lot of you guys are watching this video and really, you know, you can't make up your mind saying, do I really need this car? Will I really have fun? Trust me, you guys will have a lot of fun with this car. As soon as you run it for the first time, you're not going to regret that you bought this car. You're going to be very happy with it. I know I am right now. There's tons of, I believe, TLR hop-ups for this car. I don't know if TLR or Losi, I mean, it's the same thing, but there are tons of hop-ups for this car to really make it a true race buggy. And now that Associated released their buggy, I'm pretty sure we're going to start seeing some racing classes on these cars. So I'll bring her over and pretty much end the review here. So that's pretty much it. The battery isn't dead yet. I'm sure I can get about 20 minutes out of it, but don't want to, you know, make a long boring video on this car just running. Like I said, the tires, they don't clog up too much, especially in this terrain. You know, it's not going to clog up too much, but provides more than enough traction. I've crashed the car a little bit here, and you know, it's really not fast enough to damage it. You got some heavy-duty turnbuckles. The arms look, you know, it's going to be more than enough. The bumpers do a good job of protecting it. The body does a great job of protecting everything else. But all in all, like I said, if you guys are watching the video and not sure to make up your mind, trust me, you're going to be very, very pleased with this car. If later you do want to add maybe a 17.5 brushless, you know, you can go ahead and do that. You will have to add a brushless CSC as well. So like I said, about a 17.5, you should be fine with this car. All in all, I really hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys have any comments or questions, be sure to leave it in the comment box below. As always, thanks for watching.